pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Under the Jobs Development Authority, item number 1 will be the approval of the minutes of July 1st, 2024.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Commissioner
of
Pierce.
July 1st, 2024.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Eulenkamp. Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 2, the sponsorship of the Agricultural Education Center of the Devils Lake Public Schools. And I think we have our visitor tonight. Ned, if you'd please come forward and identify yourself for the record, please.
You bet. Ned Cluton, Superintendent of Schools for Devils Lake Public Schools. And I'm here just to answer any questions. You know, we just got our bids back last week, Thursday. We get a debriefing on that tomorrow from our architects. So we're looking forward to seeing where we're at. And I'm just here, Spencer wanted me to come in and talk to the council and answer any questions about sponsorships. And we expect to break ground next month.
Okay, I hear you're also breaking ground possibly on Prairie View also? Sounds like-
Not until springtime.
Oh, that's spring. Okay, you're just,
Prairie View will be spring. We'll go to bid on Prairie View at late October, get those back in November.
Okay.
But that's really to try to get the best bids we can. It's just the best time of the year.
exciting times.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have just one quick question. I got to ask this with the vote for no property tax coming up. What happens if that goes through? If you guys have any backing plans? Because there's nothing set in stone right now on whether you'll be able to keep collecting the bond or.
So we will sell all $27.7 million worth of bonds prior to that vote because of that vote.
Okay, just want to make sure that you guys had a backup because that's a little
Yeah.
scary thinking coming forward.
Yeah, it's not great for us because we take the rate that we get in September for all 27.7. It also eliminates us from the low construction loan that we could potentially get through the Bank of
Yeah,
North Dakota. But we have plans to go to the legislature and hopefully we can, reapply for that in the springtime. But yeah, it does pigeonhole us a little bit, but we will sell all 27 million.
Because last time I talked to somebody from the school, my mind just went blank. It's not the school board, anyway, I spoke to somebody and they said they didn't have any plan as of yet. This was months and months and months ago. So I just wanted to see where it had gone.
Yep, there'll be notice in a paper. It's on our August agenda to approve notice in the paper, and then we hope to sell our bonds here September 16th. If the resolution in November passed, we would have 30 days then to sell bonds, and we all know in election time those are not great rates for bond sales, so wouldn't be good to roll the
It's
dice.
good to hear you guys have a plan. That's great to hear.
Correct.
The kids need it, so.
Other questions about the sponsorship?
Yeah, where's that center gonna be located?
That'll be on the northeast corner of LACTC.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it won't link the two buildings, but it will cut down the distance, and we are creating our main entrance there for kids when they come out of the high school then to enter on the east side. So it'll cut their walking distance in half. That was one of the major concerns with safety for our high school kids is how far they're walking in those blizzard temperatures. So we will cut down the distance in half. We'll create a main entrance there for them to enter in the building on the east side. So they'll just walk across that parking lot and enter.
Great things happening. Great. Is there any other business we got to conduct?
I just, Mayor Muller, members of the authority, the city had previously committed $100,000 sponsorship for this. And I think in discussing with a couple of members, the Jobs Development Authority is probably the right pot of money and the right organization, just given its purpose for this type of sponsorship, ag education, supporting industry, education streamlines, in cooperation with Lakeridge State College as well. So I think we would give all 100,000 this fiscal year, and that was in the forecasted budget for the 2025.
So we need a
budget
motion to
process.
approve that,
Just release the funds,
or
100,000.
to release the fund. Okay.
I'll make a motion to release the funds.
Commissioner Hatch,
Second.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion?
If I could add two more things.
Sure.
Mayor, I just want everybody to know that we are starting our ag program this fall in conjunction with the college. They've been great to work with. So we are starting our ag program already without a building. So we're excited that we'll have kids in ag classes already tomorrow. And then the second thing I wanted to say, I just want to say thank you. It was your guys' pledge that got the ball rolling. I think I worked for probably 3 months with no pledges. And then I got the pledge from the city. And that's kind of what got the ball rolling. That we were able to raise about 500,000. The school used some of its money from the feds that was left over from COVID in order to bridge the gap. We pledged total 1.2 million in order to get 1.7 from the state CTE board. And so thank you. I want to say thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm glad it happened. So any further discussion? If none, roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Aye.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming up.
Good luck, school year.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 3, retention and attraction grant status update. Susie or Ann, or both?
Thank you. Susie Kenner with the Chamber and Ann Pollard, who we contracted to write the grants for us. Wanted to give you a quick little update. When we originally came to the commission and asked for the $30,000, we had lumped 2 grants basically into one. It was a retention grant and an attraction grant, each worth about $250,000. We did receive word that we did not receive the attraction grant. We were a little bit shy on points, and so we worked with Evan at the Department of Commerce to see what could be changed. They will be coming out with round 4 because it's my understanding we still have over $700,000 sitting in our region. Unfortunately, even though they're coming out with the 4th round, all the money will still have to be spent by the end of June of 2025. So we're going to work and put in another bid for that to see if we can receive it, but we'll have to tailor that back just a little bit. We did receive word this past week that we did receive the retention grant up to $250,000. And just to reiterate what that is, that will be for the chamber to have a contractor out to help us, but we will have a summer job fair for grades 9 through 12 for summer employment in the region, a comprehensive career fair for grades 11 and 12. This person will individually meet with all students in grade 12 in Devils Lake to share resources, encourage career exploration, talk about Lake Region State College, encourage job shadows, work-based learning, that sort of thing. We're establishing a Devils Lake High School and surrounding community job shadow program so they can come into our businesses in our community to learn about what we actually have here to offer for students. We'll have quarterly business meetings to talk about those job shadow programs, work-based learning, internships, scholarships, tours, that sort of thing. We'll have 10 Did You Know segments in the Chamber newsletter, and we'll push those out through other areas as well. We will be creating 20 to 25 business videos to help students learn about the opportunities in our area. And then we're going to work with Lake Region State College on a marketing program for student employment in our area as well. So that's the type of thing that this grant will be covering. But we need to get started on it right away. One of my issues that I have is we were going to take $30,000 from the growth fund and then $30,000 from tourism to cover it. Since we didn't get the attraction grant, it doesn't necessarily fall under tourism anymore. So we had a shortfall of $6,700. So the Chamber Board of Directors met earlier today and approved the $6,700 plus our in-kind brings us well over the $32,000 mark for that. But I'm asking the commission today to still approve the $30,000 from the growth fund so we can move forward with this $250,000 grant that we did receive from the state. So that's where we are at. If it is approved, the RFP will go out tomorrow for that contractor, and we'll probably have it out online. It's going to be a short window, maybe 4 to 5 days, and then we'll look to review them and award that so we can get started right away around that September 1st or second week of September timeframe. Because like I said, we do have a short window to start working. So.
Any
Any
questions for Susie?
questions?
This was previous money approved.
Yeah, did we?
Yeah, we had
did
this-
approve that already?
You
Yeah.
did, but like I said, when you had approved it, it was for 2 grants. So I just wanted to make sure, doing my due diligence, that you guys were still comfortable with the $30,000 just to go towards the retention grant. When we do reapply for the attraction grant, whatever we do push out, anything related to a match would come from tourism. So they would still have a piece in the game if that is awarded. But the 30,000 that you guys had originally agreed upon would now just go towards the retention grant. Like I said, just wanted to do my due diligence and make sure you were all comfortable with that.
We do.
Well, I guess
Do we have to make another, we already approved that prior to.
to release the funds.
I just, so long as you guys don't have an objection, given the fact that it's one grant instead of two. If you don't have an objection, then I think we're clear to vote.
Something good to go forward. I mean, we need
Right.
to get
Mhm.
these
I
kids
don't
to
have a
pay.
problem with that.
That van, that new interactive van thing, that's gonna be involved in it as well. That's what you're, okay.
It's our hope. Yep. So I know in talking with Ann, she is interested in putting in an RFP for the job. If it goes how we hope it will go, we'll be able to kind of have everything kind of hand in hand. So while she's going out talking with different schools about everything else we have going on, she can be showcasing the van and all that has to offer as well. So I think it's a great collaboration. I think it can work well together.
I'll make a motion to release the funds. As we
Commissioner.
Originally,
Pierce,
now there's one grant.
second by Commissioner Eubank. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski,
Aye.
Commissioner Hash,
Aye.
Commissioner Euland
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce,
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries.
Perfect. Thank
you.
you very
Thanks
much.
so much.
We will get busy, and a big shout out to Ann too. She went ahead and wrote both grants for us. We were short staffed at the time. I don't think the chamber could have done it in the time frame. She did a great job. So I just want to thank
Thank
her
you.
too. And thank you all.
Did you have a successful golf tournament?
We did. I did not see you. I
I'm
saw
working
these
now.
two.
I'm working.
But yeah, no, it was great. I think we had 7 businesses set up on the holes this year, which was really nice.
Good.
A little bit short on teams, but just because school had started already. But yes, so hopefully y'all can. Spencer was there.
Mhm.
So yeah, so thank you.
Good.
Thank you for supporting it.
I just don't want any pictures of me golfing, because there are videos out there, because it'd be bad.
They're bad, whoever goes out there, right, Commissioner? Okay. Next item, number 4, is Knights Athletic Facade Loan Request.
Mayor Moe, members of the commission, this is just a request that would normally standardly just be approved by a Fort Devils Lake board. Didn't have a quorum at the last meeting. Pretty standard thing, trying to clean up downtown and
It's a nice looking sign.
recommend
Yeah.
approval. So recommend approval.
Okay, any
Make a motion
questions?
for approval for the amount requested, total $4,247.
Commissioner Pierce?
$1,000.47.
Your second.
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion?
Is that, that's the total amount they're asking, correct?
It's, yeah, and it's just basically a zero interest loan
Yep, that's,
over time.
okay.
No further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski,
Aye.
Commissioner Hash,
Aye.
Commissioner Euland
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce,
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, we will now close the meeting of the Devils Lake Jobs Authority and open the Devils Lake City Commission meeting. And the first item will be approval of the minutes of July 18th special budget meeting and approval of the minutes of August 5th, 2024. Then we'll have to have a separate motion for item 3 and 4 as they're not they're not complete yet. So we'll table them. So if I could have a motion for the
I'll make a motion
2 and 5.
to approve the meeting minutes from July 18th and August 5th.
Okay, Commissioner Eulicamp,
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now a motion to table minutes of number 3 and 4.
So moved.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is under awards and proclamation, and it's my privilege to be able to award this certificate of appreciation. Woo! Woo-hoo. All right. Corey, congratulations. 30?
30 years.
That's a long marriage. On behalf of the city, and I'm proud to be able to do this to you. I didn't know that would happen. Anyway, appreciation for your hard work with sanitation, as sanitation supervisor for, well, 30 years. Wow. And how many of those years was that supervisor? About 15, 16, okay. Well, congratulations, and I thank you for your dedication to the community. Thank you.
Another 30. 30 more. 30 more. 30 more.
30 more to go.
I got a feeling you got 30.
Very good.
Okay. Next item, public hearing. There's nothing to on the agenda. The bid opening, nothing at this time. We have visitors and delegation, and the first one is Homeless Coalition, Sarah and Christy. Please come forward, identify yourselves, please.
Hello there. I'm Sarah Erickstead.
I'm Christy Tollefson.
I'm the chairman of our homeless commission here in Devils Lake, and she's vice chairman.
I'm the co-chair.
And basically why we're here is we just wanted to go ahead and represent the homeless coalition and send out a letter to our new city commissioners, kind of letting them know that we are here, that we do meet on a monthly basis, and that we do things within our community to bring awareness to the homelessness that is here. One of the big things that we're going to be doing is actually going to be the 3rd week of November for Hunger and Homelessness Week. We're going to be working with the Lake Region State College to be doing some fundraisers, getting food, non-perishable items, and also hopefully doing a coat drive with them and looking at local places to be able to drop those off and then give them out to our homeless.
I also spoke with Nate last week at the blood drive, and I spoke with Star Clemensrud, and both have offered to have boxes at the fire department and at the local police department as far as drop-off spots for those non-perishables and for a hat, coat, mitten drive. We are currently working with Lake Region State College and a couple of their programs to have the students out doing fundraising also and gathering those things up also. So we're not doing all the heavy lifting. Hunger and Homelessness Week is the week before Thanksgiving. So, and we kind of all know what the weather can be like at that point in time. So we're going to kind of start it maybe like right after school. Well, school starts tomorrow or next week at Lake Region. So then we'll wait, and we have a meeting with the students in October. So then we'll hit it hard then. I've also talked with Eric to do a couple of PSIs. And once we get things going, then we'll probably come back to the commission and let you guys know what we're doing. It is a great thing for the community to kind of, so we don't have we all know that there's homelessness out there, but we need to be mindful of it also.
Have you spoken to any of the local churches to see if they can start?
We
We
have not, but again, things are just, I know, yeah.
That was
yeah.
an option.
Yeah.
I didn't know if-
Yes, that is an option too. Yeah. We tried to do a pit count out at Spirit Lake
Mhm.
2 weeks
Last-
ago.
last Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We did do a pit count here. A pit count is a point in time count. It's a count that is done by our HUD services. It's normally done the last Wednesday in January. That pit count showed that we had 6 people within the Devils Lake city that had no place to go and or the homeless shelter to go to that day. And then on July 10th was the one that we did just for summer for the COC or the Continuum of Care. And we actually had 9 people that we found that did not have a place to go or put their head that day. So
For the pit count in January, last year we did a soup feed so that they could at least have a warm meal or something. We're kind of batting around some different ideas as to maybe do like a sandwich or just something that we had some people show up, but not a lot, not what we had expected. So, I mean, we gave a lot to the homeless shelter. So this year we're kind of batting around the idea of maybe a sandwich or, some chips or, just a sack lunch so that they have something. So.
Where do you do most of this at? Is this facility too, or will that be at some other location, or is that at the Hope Center, or?
we don't know yet. The last one that we did go with the Hope Center. We would hopefully be able to do that again, but we need to visit with them and see.
Get volunteers to help serve it? Is that what you look at doing?
Yep. And then
I'll
volunteers.
volunteer one time.
Awesome. Thank you so
So
much.
just give me a call.
Yeah. We also have volunteers that go out and do the pit count. I went out and volunteered and I got stuck with the ambulance service. So it was interesting. So
And I'll challenge everybody here to do that at least one time.
awesome. Thank you so much. That would be, that's greatly appreciated.
Have you heard any talk amongst the town, with all the homeless
Mhm.
businesses and corporations? Is there any talk of a larger homeless shelter facility or anything like that, different locations, things of that nature? Have you heard any talk on it?
I have not heard any talk on that, but a lot of what the Homeless Coalition is just making people aware of the services and the things that are
Yeah, I
out
thought
there.
within somebody
Yeah.
might have heard something. With
Yeah. We haven't heard anything in regards to that, but yeah.
'Cause if
Mike-
there's not room for people in there, then.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you go about getting your counts? How do you do that?
So as far as what the pit count is and how that works is we work with the Continuum of Care, which is through the state of North Dakota, and they're a coalition here that's in the state that helps try to fight homelessness. And we actually go around on foot. We're walking in the streets. I work at PATH services through Lake Region Human Service Center. So I do work with the homeless on a daily basis. So I do know where some of our homeless are staying, where some of them are sleeping. And I'm able to go there and visit with them. Or we just kind of walk around, find abandoned buildings, try to find houses or different places that they are, word on the street, they get able to tell us. And then it's always a volunteer. They don't have to do the survey with us. They can just say, nope, I'm not interested. But most of the time they're willing to visit with us and let us know what's going on.
Learn something.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you read in the packet, they told you when their meetings are.
Mm-hmm.
If you could sign in there
Yeah.
to one of those, you'll learn a lot. I was doing it for
I know it's a problem. We have to address it, and winter's coming too, so that's more.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why my concern is that there's not enough room if people want to get in on it.
Yeah.
Because of what you have.
But
what
are
we
these
have.
willing people to get in? Sometimes these people are not willing, right? And they fight you.
You do have those that are just they're okay staying in the street. They're fine with that. But you do have sometimes women and children that do need a place to go, and there is no place for them to go. So you run into both.
Well, it's very interesting. Really appreciate the update.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. If
Thank
you
you
guys
so
have
much
any
for
other
your time.
questions, just
Yeah.
don't
Let us
hesitate to reach out
Sure.
and
Okay.
All right.
Give me a call when you need me.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next up is Lake Region Corporation. Okay. Welcome.
Jeff Jacobson, CEO, Lake Region Corporation. Just thank you guys for giving me a couple quick minutes to speak here tonight. Each year, our agency selects a community partner of the year. And this goes to an organization or a business that helps us achieve our mission of supporting people in our community with disabilities, with integration, involvement, all of that. So this year, our management team has selected the City of Devils Lake. And I just want to give a few reasons why we chose you guys for this award. One of the big ones is, since November 1994, we've done the curbside recycling with the city. It's been 30 years. It's an amazing contract and employment opportunities for people and services. So that's been a huge thing. A couple years ago, the city initiated the downtown garbage cleanup through the summer months. That's gone on strong for 3 years, and that employs about 3 different people. They do that
That's
3 days a
awesome.
week throughout
They
the
do a
summer.
great
And
job.
made a lot of connections with downtown businesses and everything. So that's been a huge success there as well from the city. And then another thing, a few years ago, you supported us with our daycare children's home flex pace program. So we opened up a children's home, serves residentially 4 children from across the state, and then it opened up our daycare, which provides 50 daycare slots for children. So that has been a huge help. So we want to thank you guys for all your work supporting people with disabilities in our community and appreciate all the help.
What a wonderful way we can do it too. I mean, watching those guys go around and help keep the city, that's awesome. That really, it does help. And the special pickup with the the curbside recycling, that's huge. And yeah, it's been great to be partner with you on that. So appreciate that.
All right, well, thank you. And then I have a plaque here that we give out. So I don't know how you want to do that.
Very good.
Up there again, okay.
Another photo. All right.
Another photo shoot here.
At least you didn't wear shorts.
I didn't wear shorts. Well.
You went right there and you got right in the middle.
Corey, are you gonna give the Senate
Thanks, Corey.
portfolio?
See you, Corey. Speech. Hey. Speech.
I'll thank the little people.
I think we deserve that one. Huh? Okay, now time to go to commission portfolios and start with Commissioner Kanowski.
Let's see. Mike, anything with water? I have nothing tonight. Nothing today. All right, that's all I have today.
Well, that was simple. Okay,
Mike, anything with sanitation?
Just walked out.
He just
Walked
walked
out. There must not be much.
Nothing to report.
Engineering, too, right?
yes, you do.
Engineering, anything from engineering, Mike?
Work is continuing on the Stromquist roadway improvement project. So if you go down that area, you'll see dirt work and pipe going in the ground, things like that. So we're working on that project. Work on the west side project will start tomorrow with some of the concrete removal and curb and gutter replacement. Soon after that, we'll be doing some dig outs and milling the roadway and doing roadway repair and putting pavement down.
So you're gonna be busy.
And then the water main replacement, all but one block of the south side project is essentially complete. The water main's in place and it's been approved for service. We have one more block remaining near Western Bank. We'll get that knocked out in the next couple of weeks and that should be wrapping up. A lot of construction that's going on this summer. That's the way for engineering, unless you have questions.
I don't have anything else. Rob?
Got a few things. Had State Board of Equalization meeting last week. Went well. We had no issues, no appeals or anything. So that process is completed for us for the year. Another thing too is we're going to move forward with Vanguard to have our property information put out on a website. So it'll be accessible to realtors and to property owners within the city. Expecting that to be rolled out by October 1st, and I'll keep you updated as that goes. Excited about getting that. It's something I think that's been a long time coming. A lot more transparency will be provided through that. And then the other thing is that we do have the Planning Commission is meeting on Thursday morning for public hearings at 7 o'clock. There are 3 public hearings that they'll be holding. One will be for a conditional use permit to allow an apartment at 322 3rd Avenue Northeast, which is currently zoned as Central Area Commercial. Another request will be for an annexation, the change in zoning to planned unit development, and combining properties for parcels of land located on Highway 20 South, directly adjacent to the South city limits. The property there is currently zoned agricultural outside of city limits. And then the third one will be a request for a special use permit to allow emergency shelter at 302 7th Avenue Northeast, which is zoned central area commercial. Letters did go out to property owners within 300 square feet of those locations. But anyone who has any input, whether it's to support or oppose or just as something they want to say, they're encouraged to show up for that meeting, 7 o'clock Thursday morning here. If they're unable to show up, they can submit a letter to the city offices. We just ask that we get those probably by 4 o'clock Wednesday so we can get them to the commission. That's all I've got.
That was plenty. Thanks.
Most you've had in a long time.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Commissioner Eulicamp.
Mr. Graffsgaard, streets updates.
Nothing for streets unless you have questions, Commissioner.
No, did you get a hold of that gentleman that I had emailed you about on his curb? That's.
Should be,
Okay.
Taken care of.
Okay, perfect.
It's all good.
That's all I got.
Okay, Commissioner Pierce.
Chief. Well, you guys be pleased to know the purple lights are going away. We should be done with those now for a little bit. We're gonna get cracking on the ones that are out. So hopefully have those wrapped up by the end of the week. And then our stuff, we're just still plugging away on that. So practicals will be on the 26th and still looking to take over the RF mission on September 1.
I had somebody contact me asking why the fire department was putting purple lights back up.
Our,
They're not putting
our
them back up,
support
they're
for
taking
Minnesota
them
Viking
down.
football.
I command you to never let another purple light hit anything.
We're trying.
All right.
They even had Battle of the Badges purple for that too, so it's, come on now.
We do have a LEC meeting this Wednesday. They just recently held a meeting on who would want to have offices in the facility if it were ever to be built, and just some things of what people will want. So they'll push that forward during the meeting. So
Perfect.
other than that, Mr. Mayor, that's all I have. That's all I have.
Stand by.
Technology. I don't know how that happened.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Anybody want to watch this?
Unruly child here. Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. Okay. Okay. Chief,
Well,
I know you're going to give us some good news.
yeah, we won the Battle of the Badgers.
There you go.
Again. So your portfolio won. I mean,
Yep.
Congratulations.
Hey, I'm a winner all the way around, right? Yes.
it was a good turnout though.
Yes, it was.
I think it was probably one of the best turnouts we had.
Looked like both sides are pretty full. I mean,
rain, huh?
Right, I mean, yeah, I think so. We kind of needed some rain, but then my roof leaked at my house, so it's not very good. But no, we had a good turnout with retired Lieutenant Jim Frank and Sergeant Ted Reynosello showed up. They
we'll get
contributed.
our crew back in order next year. So.
I was hoping to see some more retired firemen there, but that's fine. But it was a good turnout though for the community. And
It was. The
great
winners
cause.
are the recipients of the
Yep.
blood.
No, it was a great cause.
That's awesome.
So hats off to Nate and his guys for doing it, and then Anthony Harris, and we had Corey Gilbertson and Darren Rickson from the police department helping out as well. So we had a meeting today with Superintendent Cluten from the Beverly Public School. We're talking about our financial situation with the school resource officers, kind of readdressing that. So we have a second SRO and Amber Sheen starting tomorrow with our lead SRO, Krista Dow. So we're excited about that. So that's going to be a continuing conversation we've had. I don't know if Administrator Halverson let you know about that. But we talked with Ned today. He was open to, receptive to it. So
good.
We're going to be traveling to Bismarck on Friday for Josh Husby's graduation from the Law Enforcement Training Academy. So we're excited to see him back in action and be a full-time police officer. We hired him under Chief Kanowski's tenure and put him through. So he is not going to be a limited police officer anymore. He'll be a full-time police officer. So we're excited about him. And we have our detective sergeant testing set for September 5th. So we got 2 applicants for that. Hopefully we'll have them in place by later that month.
Good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Spencer.
Special Assessment Commission meets tomorrow at 10 a.m. to certify the assessment list, and so that process is starting. My yearly thank you to Helen Carlson from the engineering department for all the help that she is during that process. Couldn't do it without her. So that's all I got there.
Okay, thank you. Jason.
We have the second reading of several proposed ordinances this evening regarding various alcohol-related offenses. So that will be up later tonight.
Okay.
Other than that, I have nothing else.
Okay, well, thank you. I have the one item I'd like to kind of bring to the commission's attention. Of course, we've all been concerned about the upcoming election with the issue of property tax as possibly taking away some funding that we're kind of familiar with, and potential development areas that we are accustomed to but may lose. But what I'd like to do is I had the opportunity to sit through a webinar by the League of Cities here about last week on Thursday or Friday, and listen to everybody's concerns that they have throughout the entire state about what's going to happen if the property tax goes away and how we're going to try and fund it. And there's really not a real solution out there. Everybody's got their own little concerns about things, but a lot of things that as we know it now, if it passes, will go away. You know, our TIF districts and things like that. And we'll have to have supplementary type of funding, whether it be a tax increase or sales tax of some sort, but property tax will not be able to pay for it. And we all know our community, our police department, our fire department, and our streets all survive on the general fund money that property tax generates. So they're trying to come up with ideas, but until this actually happens, we're not really sure. But they would like us to support the initiative of, please understand your voting, what you're voting for, and what the consequences of your vote could mean if we vote that out. And I would like to draft, I've asked Spencer to kind of give us some impactful notes on what could happen to us in our particular situation. And he has addressed a couple things, and I guess if you would like to mention some of them, Spencer, or if you can.
I think just to be pretty careful here, especially.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just,
we have to be careful. That's
just
correct.
As far as just factually for the city, that was like, the biggest impact to the city is going to be what if the referendum does pass, what the state does in the next legislative session, because it goes into effect January 1. And the thing, like most cities receive their property tax revenue in early February. If the state's obligated to make those replacement payments, it's going to be probably really hard by February for them to get that here. And we're cash heavy compared to a lot of the smaller Lakotas and Canadas around, so we'd be able to make do. But it all has to do with they have to make replacement payments, and what other revenue sources could they possibly cut to make that replacement? And things that have been talked about, Prairie Dog, Prairie Dog municipal infrastructure, but state aid, would they consider that as part of the replacement payment already? And our property taxes, they fund library, cemetery, airport, public safety, and streets. That's really what they do. And it's all about what revenue streams would be eliminated. If they eliminated Prairie Dog infrastructure stream that we take full advantage of, we wouldn't be able to move forward with as much steam as we have been on our infrastructure improvements. And if we really have things that need to get done, maybe we have to look at the percentage on special assessments, those sorts of things. There's just a lot of unknowns, but it could force the city to look at alternative sources of revenue if states' contributions to the community substantially lower because they have to make these replacement payments. We currently don't have franchise fees. Again, I said special assessment percentages. Some of the revenue we use to offset for our utility rates, like interest revenue that goes to buying water and sewer equipment, probably put that in the general fund, and those would have their consequences in other places with what the city controls. So there would be a lot of things and a lot of decisions you guys would have to make. What we would do our best to make sure you have the information to do it. But again, it's going to be dependent on what the state does immediately thereafter. And I think it's pretty clear there isn't really a solid plan. or a definitive solution if it does.
Well, with all this happening, League of Cities would asked if I would support a letter of, for the, or
Yeah.
am I able to say?
I would just say, just educate.
Educate the people on what I gotta be careful because there's legalities involved and we don't want to misspeak. But anyway, if I was gonna draft a letter, identifying what could the potential consequences be of such a measure if it passes, just kind of and support the, and if I would just like your support to, put this letter into the newspaper, a letter to the editor, and probably draft it for the website and things of that nature.
I support that because the more education, the better. I think either way you vote, well, whichever way, more education is better. There's been more talk out there for one side than another. Let's educate both sides. And
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
They're all, they have the right to decide how they want to vote, and it's, but we just want them to understand the consequences of that if it goes against it. So anyway, so that's just I don't know if I need any
It's just out of
motion
deference
or
or
anything,
respect to
just-
the commission that.
And if, so I'll draft something and we'll put a letter into the editor saying, basically just, hey,
Get educated.
educate them as best we can and hopefully it works out. Okay. Won't dwell on that anymore. Old business, we have nothing. Consent, nothing. New business. Cost participation and maintenance agreement for North Dakota Highway 19 from US 2 to west of 2nd Avenue Northwest. Mike. Thanks, guy.
This agreement covers work that's going to occur on Highway 19 next year. Basically, we're just putting a very small topping on top of the existing asphalt, very similar to what a chip seal would be. And this striping work, it's a standard DOT agreement. The part that I would draw the commission attention to is that the city is responsible for 10% of the project costs. Total project cost for that work is $135,000. So the city share is $13,539. Recommend approval of the agreement.
Was this what was just done there a few years ago?
Yeah, we did some pavement work and now we're doing what they call microsurfacing. Basically, you're putting a protecting surface on top of the existing
And
asphalt.
how long will that usually take?
It'll be, as far as actual construction,
Yeah.
it'll move very quickly. Yeah, we'll have the whole project.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the businesses along there again. I just wanted to see if there was any questions, I could tell them.
It'll go quick.
It'll go quick. So
It's a necessary evil that has to occur, but.
I get it. I just want to make
As
sure.
far as the
I want to
operation
put
of
the
it.
proper information out, Mike. That's all. I don't need anybody chewing your butt for
It'll happen.
me giving the
anyway.
wrong information.
It's it's a good project. We're pretty fortunate that we can get that addressed.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, we got Commissioner Pierce,
I'll second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kapowski,
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch,
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce,
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye. Motion carries. Item number 2, cost participation and maintenance agreement, North Dakota 20 from US 2 to Firebird Lane.
A very similar agreement for work that's going to occur on Highway 20 from College Drive going north to Firebird Lane. A couple of things I'll draw the commission attention to on that project. We're looking at revamping the school zones. So Mini H will revamp that school zone as well as install a school zone area, a crossing at Firebird Lane. It'll be a new crossing for the high school kids. It'll connect the high school basically to get across Highway 20 and get over to the frontage road. So we'll extend some sidewalk in that area. And there'll be a flashing beacon to protect the crossing. And then we'll have a flashing beacon at Sweetwater. But we'll be eliminating the school zone at Sweetwater as part of that work because it's not immediately adjacent to the school. We look at it, but the protection will be there. The flashing beacon will be there if somebody has to use the crossing on College Drive. The other thing I would draw the commission attention to and what we've discussed is we're looking at doing what they would call a road diet. So there's a section of College Drive from Highway 2 to 6th Street, or Highway 19, in essence. We're going to take that from a 4-lane to a two lanes with a center turn lane. That's all laid out. And what we're going to do is do temporary striping for the first year. 2 reasons for that. One, when you do microsurfacing, it's always best to kind of let the snowplows rub on it a little bit the first year. You kind of wears the surface a little bit. When you wait a year and put in permanent striping, it'll last longer. And the second reason with the temporary striping, we'll see how everything reacts with the change in the striping. Make sure everything's working out well. If we have issues with it, then we can switch back before we do the permanent striping. With the agreement, the project is nearly a $2 million project. City share is 10% of that, $199,061. That's the estimate for our share. On that work, recommend approval of the agreement.
That's Prairie Dog, correct, Spencer?
I'd have to go look at the capital improvement plan again.
Yeah.
I think we did general infrastructure.
So it says Prairie Dog funds and sales tax revenues.
We wrote it up so
Nope,
that we
that's
had
the second one.
flexibility to use sales tax or Prairie Dog, so the city would have the option for the dollar amounts involved.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce,
Second.
Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Ash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye, motion carried. Item 3, pay estimate number 8, Kemper Construction, water main replacement 28-23 and 29-23.
The pay estimates for work completed on the south side water main replacement project, amount of the pay estimate is $174,466.56. Recommend approval of the pay estimate.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
Second.
Commissioner Pierce. Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Ash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye, motion carries. Now we get into the ordinance reviews, and item number 4 will be the second reading of ordinance 996, and that's to deal with definitions of 5-24-1010. So any questions on that?
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion by Commissioner Pierce,
Second.
second by Commissioner Eulenkamp. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 5, second reading of number 997, minors prohibited, 5-24-150.
Make a motion to approve the ordinance 997.
Commissioner Kanowski,
I'll second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 6, second reading of ordinance 998, misrepresentation of age, 5-24-151. Commissioner Eulenkamp,
Second.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 7, second reading of ordinance 999, presumption of licensees' innocence, 5-24-152.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 999.
Commissioner Pierce, Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 8, second reading of ordinance 1000, delivery to certain persons unlawful, 5-24-153.
Make a motion to approve ordinance
Commissioner
1000.
Eulenkamp,
Second it.
second by Kanowski. Commissioner, excuse me.
Sorry.
Any further discussion? Not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item 9, second reading of ordinance 1001, licensees prohibited, 5-24-155.
Motion to approve ordinance 1001.
Commissioner Pierce,
I'll second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And the last one, item 10, second reading of ordinance 1002, violations, 5-24-230.
Make a motion to approve ordinance.
Commissioner
1002.
Kanowski. Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay,
Thanks for all your work on that too.
yes, thank you, everybody, Chief and Jason, outstanding. Okay, citizens comment, we have nothing at this time. Informational items, we have the July financials updated to look at. And if nothing else comes before the commission, a motion to approve the payment of list of bills.
Make a motion to approve the list of bills.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch,
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce,
Aye.
President.
Aye, motion carried. Excuse me, motion carried. If there's no other business to come before the commission, meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Just so you guys, so the financials, the cash allocations are a little off. I'm not a pro at doing it, and it's pretty delicate software, and I don't want to break it. So if it causes irreparable harm, but if you just look at the line items, the revenue and expense line items are on the, should be on the nail.